All right, well, want a great job with a six-figure salary? Well, you should start looking at STEM careers. Glassdoor releasing a list of top jobs that pay $100,000 salaries and have high satisfaction rates as well. Joining us now is MarketWatch senior editor Katie Hill. Katie, thank you for being here.
You're welcome.
Appreciate you bringing this as important news because
I know.
our viewers always want to know.
Who doesn't want to be happy and make $100,000?
Exactly. So, I mean, what are some of these top jobs we're talking about?
Number one is product designer, and it makes sense, right? You get to be creative, you use the latest technology, and you're critical to the company. You're making products. Everybody else is, marketing, sales, supporting you. You're making products. So that is number one on the list.
Well, what about some of these other ones?
Data scientist is great, so that a lot of these are STEM, you'll notice. Data scientists, software development managers, we're talking about strategy jobs, and STEM jobs tend to dominate this list. And again, those are critical to the missions of the companies, right? So these are people who are in demand, they're well paid. I mean, what's not to like when you're those two things at a company, right?
Yeah,
for sure.
But then again, not everybody has those kinds of skills, when it comes to, the STEM jobs. A lot of people like pursuing healthcare because of that, because you get similar high salaries and you don't have to deal with the technology aspect of it.
100%, and those probably didn't make this list because they're a little bit higher stress sometimes. So
yeah,
I mean, a lot of those, right? When you're like a very well-paid nurse, you're just like, uh-oh, life and death here, know. With
and it really is
you
life
might
and
get
death,
to do a little less of that. So
did you see kind of a correlation though between, I guess, satisfaction rate and pay? I mean, those do seem to be, obviously, we're talking about how sought after those things are.
I mean, pay, surprisingly, I know you're going to look at me like, no way, pay isn't usually the number one driver of satisfaction at a job.
Really?
It's up there, I'm not going to lie, but it's not number one. Glassdoor thinks, being at a company where you have career growth opportunities is very important, and where a company has a clear mission and you trust the leadership. So you got to know what the company's up to, and you got to trust that they're going to do it, and you have to be able to grow in your career.
Well, you mentioned growing in the career, and I think you were kind of alluding to, at least if you know you are central to the company job, your job's not going to go anywhere.
Right.
You're not going to get fired. And I guess is that a part of it too?
Totally, and a lot of these are tech jobs, and they say every job is a tech job now, right? All kinds of companies need tech people, and that's why a lot of these jobs are feeling central to these companies, and they think, well, I'm dealing with the software, I'm dealing with this data, I'm very mission critical.
And we've talked a lot about how multitasking is like the way all offices are right now. Everybody's doing a million things at the same time while also answering their phones for work. Does that impact satisfaction for some of these high-paying jobs?
I believe so, right? When you're trying to do 30 things, you don't really know what the mission is of your job. That is not going to make you that happy. But look, we all have to multitask now, so it's just part of work, and you manage it however you can.
It's inevitable. It's inevitable. And sometimes you might not want to go into STEM, but sometimes it pays.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Complain about that money, right?
All right, Katie Hill, thanks so much for bringing it down for us.